So my family's 5-generation Lutherans, believe it or not. And when she raised her kids, she sent 3 of them to boarding school. So they all went to Lutheran boarding schools in Selma. And my mom was actually there when they walked across the bridge. So Martin Luther King and all of them came over to campus to try to get the students, because they were seniors, maybe 16, 17 at that time, so junior, seniors in high school. So they came onto the campus of Selma, which now is Concordia Lutheran College, to recruit them to walk. But because the matrons, the pastors, and everybody who were elders who were responsible for them said absolutely not. So they locked them down. Yeah. So they missed the whole movement because they had no TVs, had no radio, so they were there, but they locked them down and said, your parents sent you here, we are responsible for you here, and we just can't be responsible if anything happened. So the only thing my mom remembers is the sky went dark and it was all black. But of course, right, because the police were shooting out this mace and all that smoke from pushing the civil rights activists back. So John Conyers, which the guys met this summer, they were able to make a connection when they met John Conyers at Washington University.
You met Conyers and Lewis?
I'm sorry, John Lewis. I'm sorry, John Lewis, who everybody knows John Lewis from Selma. He was the one that had the backpack on in the movie and fell. Well, these guys had a chance to meet him at Washington University. We should have put that picture in here. But the reality is, my grandmother didn't stress education so much, and what they did was she'd go to the bank in August. She would get the money to pay for them for boarding school. Throughout the school year, she'd pay it off by May. They'd come home for summer, she'd work, pay it back off, go back to the bank, get the money again, send them back to college. So that's why for each and every one of you guys in this room, and I know we're going to hear several other stories, how important education is. And you guys have the rights today to sit in these fabulous, schools where blacks couldn't go at all. And you guys get the opportunity to go to great schools, both public and private, where you as black people can actually be in a classroom with white people and other nationalities. Back in their day, they didn't. So they were actually educated in segregated boarding schools, segregated Lutheran. So the Lutherans and Catholics as well, but Lutherans came in, built schools, built private schools and boarding schools, and that's how they got educated. And that's kind of how the whole lineage of, my household, college and was not an option. So education is very, very important to them. And even for me today, education is a number one priority. And these guys know how I feel about that. But thank you guys so much for having